Happy Earth Day, kiddos! Do you remember making the model of the Earth when we were in school? If you do, you could make this at home. We actually took Play Doh with different colors. Remember, we rolled our ball to make the core, which is the center of the Earth. That's my red part right there. So you roll up your ball. And remember, that's the hottest part of the Earth. So that's your inner core. Then you had your outer core. So we rolled another ball, flattened it out, and then wrapped it around there. Then you have your mantle, which is actually your biggest part of the Earth. And we rolled that into a ball, flattened it out again, rolled it around the other two. Then we took our last piece, which is the outside part of the Earth, and that's our crust. And we rolled it, we flattened it out, and then wrapped that around the very outside of our giant ball. Then we cut it in half. And remember, then you can see your different layers of the Earth. So today is Earth Day, and today is about taking care of our Earth, which we do all the time because we've talked about this in class too, where we like to recycle. You might have water bottles at home that are plastic. You might have soda cans at home. That's your aluminum can. And you might have the newspaper at home. That's your paper. At our house, we have different bins for these different items. So when we're done with the paper, it goes with the paper. When we're done with the plastic, it goes with all the plastics. And then all of our aluminum cans or metals will go into another bin. And Mr. Bale takes care of all of that for us. Well, I have something else for you to do today. A couple different things, actually. To take care of our Earth, one thing that I've been doing, I showed you some pictures. I planted some sunflower seeds. Well, my sunflowers are starting to get quite big. Can you see those? And I have a whole bunch of them. Actually, I think I counted yesterday. I have 38 cups. And some of them have 2 plants in them, some of them have 3, and then some of them just have 1. But I'm really excited, and I really hope that my sunflowers turn out and I can plant them all in my garden this year. So you could actually get some dirt and plant some seeds to get them going. I just planted mine in a plastic cup. I got some dirt, I put it in there, put my seeds in, I water them, and I keep them in front of the windowsill so there's lots of sunlight. Well, today I have another job that I'm about to do. I'm not just planting sunflower seeds. I actually have some different seeds that I'm going to plant in more cups. So my sunroom area is going to be filled with plants because it's nice and warm in here. The sun is shining through, and I'll be able to get these plants growing. So when I go to plant my garden, which is another way to help our Earth, I can actually plant these in my garden. So I'm really excited to do this. So I actually had these left over from last year. So I'm going to plant some onions. I'm going to plant some peppers. I love green peppers. Some carrots. Those are always fun to plant. And some cucumbers. So I'm going to get little cups and I'm going to plant them. I'm going to put my dirt in, get them all ready to rock and roll. Well, I want to show you something you can do for your vegetable garden or your flower garden. It's a little experiment, and we'll kind of keep an eye on them, and you can post pictures and show us how yours is changing. Well, I could make a compost. A compost is going to take care of your garden. So if you have, I just have a plastic cup. So if you have some kind of cup or you can do something larger, I wanted you to see through this. So I wanted you to be able to see everything that I do. But this is my compost cup. I poked some holes around the bottom so that water can go through, the air can flow through it. Well, I have some different ingredients to put in my compost. I have some pebbles. These are just from our driveway. I have some sand. This is just from my flower garden today. I have some dirt, which is right from my vegetable garden, which we haven't planted yet. It's just all dirt. I have some dry leaves. These are all over. I've been raking them and putting them in piles. And I also have some leftover scraps that we usually give to our chickens. So in here, I have a piece of apple, lettuce, banana, and strawberry. So the kids' leftovers, kind of what they didn't finish, or maybe that weren't very good. So that's all in here too. I also have in this cup some worms. You need some worms for your compost. These are going to be the guys that help you decompose and break things apart. So in our compost, we need decomposers. So what I'm going to do is I need more brown, which is my dirt, my leaves, my sand, my pebbles, than I do my green waste, which is my leftover stuff from lunch, breakfast, dinner, whatever it is that usually goes to the chickens. So what I'll do is I will take my clear cup, which is going to be my compost, and I am actually going to put some dirt in, some sand in, things like that. And I'm going to tilt my camera so hopefully you can see me build this. And I'm going to layer it up. Okay, so watch my cup. I'm going to layer it up. I'm going to put some dirt, pour some in there. Okay, I'm going to put some of my leaves in. See how it's like baking? I'm mixing all my ingredients. Put some of my sand in. Sand and pebbles are going to help your water to flow through. Okay, and it kind of makes a natural habitat for your worms. Then I'll put some of my green waste. You can see some of my apple pieces and my, lettuce and things like that. Then I'll just layer again. Put some dirt in there again. Some dirt, the leaves, some sand, some pebbles, put some more of my green waste on there, smush her down, and then I'll just kind of top it off with some more dirt, put that brown layer on there again, sand, my leaves, got some right here, and a little bit of my stones. Then I'll just stick my decomposers in there, which would be my worms. So I'll stick those little guys on top. I have 2 worms. Oh, they're wiggling around. So now I have my compost all built. And what I'll do is I'll stick it outside in my garden. And I want you to watch it. This will be like a science experiment. See what happens. See if you notice anything growing. See if you notice that maybe it changes color. Maybe you can stir yours up a little bit and really check it out. But what it's going to do is this compost is going to become almost like vitamins and minerals and all those yummy foods that we usually put in our body. This becomes the yummy, very healthy food for your soil to help your plants grow better. All right, guys, have a wonderful Earth Day and get out there and try some of these things. Miss you.